Brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? Turn two, sir. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You better be afraid of me. And ready?
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mike 54. I hope you brought your rest, because I'm about to take you.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Locke to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
47.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
46.
They'll run forward with Pollard, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Lock gonna go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Prescott yet again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devontae Harris. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Yep. 5. Hey, Jet. Get it.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A final shot before half for Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Again, it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 8. Hey, here we go. Mike, 45. Let him know.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 25 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 27, Prescott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Devontae Harris. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
We go. 8 read. Jim. General West. Let's go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check. Walk 54. I got speed grip.
Here's Lindsey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go. Mike's 54. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this? Go. Shoot.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
No. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 24. Check. Hey, two. What do you think?
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Check your hot read. Check hot route. Hot.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Block. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. To the air again, Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Prescott on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46.
If you
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 47 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the...
The Chiefs go first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're not ready for this.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now here's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On first down, Mahomes. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It's Kelsey on the ground. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 40 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in this first half of action. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run, Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
White 25! Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Got it. Don't get nervous. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 21 yards away. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Attack! 53. Hey, go. Mike. Hey, watch the slip.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He is going to find Hill here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Mahomes now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Let's put that team on the bus. Watch the safety, Cricky one, Sam.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch twist. 58. Hatchet. Let's go. Hands up.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Come on now, let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Wolverine.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Ryan. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 44 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
29 is a Mike 29. Alpha. 29 is a Mike 29. I got you.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
51, Sam. 53 to Mike. Pick it up.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, wait. Hey, check 24, check 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys are able to regain the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hardy. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
20, 20. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
He's back to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And some room to roll now. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Down, ready, back 25. 53, you can't block me. You can't check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Back to throw. Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And this one is right through. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
What? 190. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Damn. Slam.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. On the move to his left, and that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On third down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They run for it with Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Wilson on first down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Allen Bailey able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Wilson steps away. Open man is Gordon, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. There's Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there. First down.
Under 10.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On the delay, here's Carson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Check 43.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
That's 25. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Joker. 22.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
On second and 12, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now it's Wilson, able to get this to Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
Check 52.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Couldn't we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Buying time to his left. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jack Crawford breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 36, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And fighting down inside the 25. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
With the score, all time.
Ready. Line 25. Check. Watch 54. 21. Check pass. 1.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, check.
Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check 9. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On 1st down, Freeman. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Hill. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. 2nd down and goal. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And a great return.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week.